Morning.
You better get that ready because to do this, because on Thursday night, 6 o'clock at the White House, they're going to have a beer fest.
Is unbelievable.
Why?
That is why?
Yeah, why?
For a teaching lesson, some sort of a who needs to learn what here? This president, I think, has exposed himself as a guy over and over and over again who has a deep-seated hatred for white people or the white culture. I don't know what it is, but you can't sit in a pew with Jeremiah Wright for 20 years and not hear some of that stuff and not have it wash over. What kind of president of the United States immediately jumps on the police? Just like what kind of president would ever say, oh, well, yeah, well, he's black. Of course he was breaking into the house. You'd never do that. You'd never do that. Right. He wanted to address this. Now they're going to have a beer? That's obscene.
It seems weird to me that he wanted to perpetuate the story. What's even more interesting, though, is that reports are coming out that he actually wanted that question.
Yeah, he did.
The night. So he thought through potentially the words that he was going to use.
You bet.
Which is a different story than just doing it off the cuff.
Oh, well, I guess because I mean, you can learn something from somebody just off the cuff, but I guess you don't really. I don't think you learn anything new from Barack Obama off the cuff or planned. This guy has a social justice. He is going to set all of the wrongs of the past right.
But listen, you can't say he doesn't like white people. David Axelrod's white. Rahm Emanuel's his chief of staff are white. I think 70% of the people that we see every day are white. Robert Gibbs is white.
I'm not saying that he doesn't like white people. I'm saying he has a problem. This guy is, I believe, a racist. Look at the way. Look at the things that he has been surrounded by.
Give us an example aside from this.
Let's give his new green job czar. The guy is again black liberation theology, a black nationalist who is also an avowed communist. He comes in and he puts that guy in. Well, wait a minute. How many people with this kind of philosophy do you need to have in your life before we start to say, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future"?
Right. Yesterday, Glenn, on this program, we were talking to people about whether or not Gates should go, or rather Crowley should go, because Gates clearly was going to go.
Crowley is, I'm telling you, Crowley is under pressure to go.
And it sounds like Gates was under pressure because Thursday he was saying, I'm going to sue, I'm going to make a documentary.
And then nothing?
On Friday he said, you know, we got to put this all behind us. But so many people are saying, until there is an apology from either the president and Gates, or at least Gates, that Crowley should not go.
Or at least, I mean, have we really even looked at this scene to know for sure? I mean, I believe Crowley. Some people believe Gates. But have we had a full airing of this? It seems like it's just being swept under the carpet. Why don't we have everybody who was at the scene, all of the witnesses, the people who were walking by in the street? Let's find out. Because if Gates is right, then the officer needs to apologize. If it's the other way, we need to set the record straight. We do this in America over and over again. We open up a can of worms, and then we go, oh, no, don't look at that, and we put it under the carpet.
Let's get together, let's have some beer, and it's going to all go away.
It's not going to go all away.
Isn't it more important, at least it is in my mind, that the president would take this issue upon himself?
It is important that the president of the United States stands with right. And first of all, you don't ever walk into a situation as the president of the United States and say, well, I think the cop, I don't know all of the facts or all of the details, but the police acted stupidly. First of all, there are bad police, but there are also good police. And we don't ever send the message that you don't do what the police say unless they're corrupt. And it's the responsibility of the President of the United States to say, we're going to find out. I don't know this story. I don't know all the details, but we're going to find out. And if this officer was wrong, we're going to nail him. If not, we're going to nail my friend.
Well, Glenn, you know what? I think this isn't a teachable moment in that I think in a way we've moved past it. If you think about now when you hear those 911 tapes, this woman doesn't see black, white, Hispanic. She was asked 3 times. She's like, is it black? I don't know. We're just trying to find out what's happening.
One guy might be Hispanic.
Most Americans don't see color.
Just saw someone breaking into a house.
Most Americans, I really don't think, they don't see color. They are They are being forced to live in a politically correct world. And I've said this for a while now, and I don't know exactly what this means. It's just something that I just feel. The paradigm is about to change. And I think it means the media, I think it means politics, and I also think it means political correctness. I got up this weekend and I heard about this beer thing, and I thought, there's going to come a time when the people who have been forced to live in a politically correct world and have done everything that they're supposed to do, and watch your language and watch this and do that, and you can't say this, you can't be that, there's going to come a time when the public is just going to say, I'm not living in your politically correct world, and I don't care anymore. I know I'm there. I don't care anymore. You want to do it? You want to call me whatever you want. I don't care.
Maybe a lot of people are starting to get to that point with regard to paying their taxes, because now... Well,
paradigm is about to change.
Because all the talk about taxes with health care, and now did you hear about this latest Bow tax that was potentially being discussed?
Yeah, well, why
that
not?
They would just charge an extra tax on top of people who are going to go do any sort of cosmetic.
We should ask Joe Biden or Nancy Pelosi how much they would pay for that face. I mean...
So you think that option to try and come up with the revenue to pay for health care reform is ridiculous?
You're going to be taxed on absolutely everything you do. And you better hope that you're in the politically correct group, because you'll get less tax than what you know what they're trying to, what behavior they're trying to stop and what behavior they're saying is bad.
Don't you think Barack Obama, President Barack Obama's behavior will change because of the trouble and embarrassment he's had with his health care plan that he needed done before the recess, and it has ended horribly?
You've never
he licensed out the writing of a 1,000-page document.
You have never seen this man pushed up against the wall. I wonder how many times in his life he has been pushed up against the wall. You've never seen the media really go after him. He's never been cornered. How does this man react when he's cornered? We don't know. But I will tell you this, the people he surrounds himself with and the things that he has said, I'm doing a monologue on TV tonight and radio here in a little while, where we have taken all of the audio from over the years of Barack Obama and we're putting it together. A lot of it you've heard before, but have you heard it now with the ears? Are people starting to listen and go, oh, wait a minute, he did say that. Ooh, oh my gosh, I know what that means now.
Are you suggesting, Glenn, that because he's never been in this tight a jam on such a large scale, that he would be willing to do, he and his associates from Chicago would be willing to do anything to win?
When you put a czar, and I'm trying to remember, the science czar, who has advocated forced abortions, when he has made the case and not even said anything about ethics, made the case that we could put sterilants into the water to control the births.
That's a little disturbing.
You've got a group of people that are saying, you know what, this is the right thing to do, and we're just going to do it.
Glenn, stay right here and wear that outfit. Don't change into anything else, which you've done before.
We've got
13
him
minutes
in
after the
another
hour.
outfit.
We want to know, did two prominent Democratic senators know about the sweetheart mortgage deals they received? Friends of Angela.